Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. And how bad can it get in British schools? Not content with destroying public schools, those that you have to pay for because you want your children to have an education, Phillipson is now going to destroy the requirements of special educational needs. Now, why are these two things linked? Well, for many parents, the private option is often the only option to ensure that their special educational need children get an education that's good enough. But Bridget doesn't like that. She wants to go after, like the rest of Labour, she wants to go after the vulnerable time and time again. And so by putting tax on, quote, all private schools, it means that she can really get in and, screw the bolts onto special educational needs children. And how do we know that? Because a lot of those schools are now closing and the children are going into the state system, which isn't really geared up for the special educational needs. However, seeing that there's a lot of special educational needs children going into the state system and that this costs a lot of money, she's decided that she's going to change the law to make sure that these children have their legal rights to education removed. They're going to be losing their legal right to special needs help under the new plans of this woman who obviously hates vulnerable children. This is not even a joke. Having destroyed everything she touches, she's now again, I don't understand this Labour government. They constantly attack the vulnerable. So, you're old, fuck you. You have disability needs, fuck you. You're special educational needs children, fuck you. That is all this government has done, as well as put taxes up and hand all the extra money they're making to Johnny Foreigner. Now, there's going to be Labour supporters watching this and thinking, oh, no, that's not true. Actually, yes, it is. Go check out what this government are doing. Look at what they've done. Screw the elderly again. Now, close the schools, make the state schools so overpopulated and underfunded, and now take away the legal right for children who with particular needs to receive those needs. I mean, this is, it's a government of pure evil. Well, there are, again, another rebellion brewing. Yet another one. Does Starmer just want to foment rebellion in the ranks? It's almost as though he's given up being Prime Minister and he wants to be taken out at conference. Because now the backbenchers are revolting. Make your own gag up. But they don't want this going through. They're saying it's hard enough for these parents with children with special needs. And now the Labour Party is going to kick the ladder of support from under them. And it's not just a few. We're talking hundreds of thousands of children. Some of the needs are small. Some of the needs are great. But they still have needs. For example, there are schools that deal particularly with deaf children. But because of the increase in the actual imposition of VAT on that school, because it was a private school, all those deaf children now have to go into the state system. The state system has virtually no way of teaching deaf children. And now Bridget Phillipson is going to take away a legal, lawful protection of those children because money. Because if we spend money on children in Britain, we can't possibly give it away to all the foreigners. So, fuck the educational needs of children. Hey, Abdul, have some cash. Labour. I'm glad that all those people who voted Labour are now seen for what they are. And we all know what they are. So if you know someone who voted Labour, keep pointing out to them exactly what they are. Thanks very much. Goodbye.